Coates 9500 coming at you. How's everybody out there doing tonight? I know it's late. Better late than never. I'll probably be talking to nobody tonight. Maybe you're come in. I bet there'll be somebody. Let's see what time it is. 3:44 a.m. Where's everybody this morning? Gotta be somebody somewhere. Who's coming in first this morning? Can't sleep at night. I slept as long as I could. I can't sleep anymore. I'll get up. And even though it's this time in the morning. Well, anyways, how's everybody out there doing? Where's everybody from? There he is, Transparent 415. Bam, just like that. Woo, look at that. All the way from the great state of California. Woo! Transparent 415 is tuning in to the 9000 series here on the east coast of the United States. Woo! Look at that. Transparent 415 is on the spot. It shows up no matter what time of day it is. Transparent 415 shows up. Woo! Look at that. Yeah. So, anyways, it's a cool night tonight. It's still summertime, but it feels cool out there. It feels about, I didn't look at the weather, but it feels about 57 degrees, 57, maybe 60 degrees out right now. It feels really cool out. And it's still summertime. But you could expect it in September or something. Towards the end of September, but it's cool out there. Let's see here. Transparent 415. Honest, moral. Yep, exactly. American flag. You know it. Woo, look at that. One of your number one van dwellers. Successful van dwellers. Living up and down the east coast of the United States. Been living in a van since October of 2015. I'm still here. And Dino 2 is still here. So, it's not bad. You have good days, you have bad days. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. It's not always good times, but boy, there's been a lot of good times. So, let's see. 9500 series. Bam! Clover. Thumbs up. Woo, look at that. What's new, brother? Not much. I've been biking. I've been doing some biking. And I still love the bike. Probably one of the best things I ever got into, besides going to the gym almost every day, is using my bike. I've been using the bike quite a bit. And you can see so much on a bike. I've taken the bike out before and just biked the city, a whole city area, a whole city. And you can find so many spots to overnight park your van just by taking your bike. And boy, you can see, because you can stop when you want. You can pull off a side street. You can go down another street. You can go down a dirt road. There's so much you can see with a bike. And I've lucked out because I got the Diamondback Overdrive mountain bike, which is a great bike. It's probably not the best one out there, but it's a decent quality bike. And I've been able to take that bike and find multiple times by taking my bike out, finding places to park my van that I probably never would have found. That I never would have found without the bike. On foot, you can walk so far on foot, But you can never cover as much ground on foot in a day's time with compared to a bike. And I don't have a motorized bike. I don't have an electric bike. I have just a regular 29-inch tires, Diamondback Overdrive mountain bike. And I cover a lot of ground. A lot of ground. And like I say, it's nice to go out and say, oh man, this looks like a good spot to park overnight. Let me take a drive around here. Or take a ride down this road. Where does this go? And with the bike, you can do that. That's what I'm saying. The bike's great. You know, I found multiple times, I found places to park my van. I never would have found without that bike. Really, I wouldn't have. I would have drove by them. But, so the bike's great. I've been doing that. And like I say, go to the gym. Mostly the bike. Except for the rainy days. Some days we get rainy days. That's what sucks. I'm not going to ride out in the pouring rain. And we've had some bad weather up here this summer in the Northeast. We had several days of hard rain. But we've had some good days. And, you know, what state are you in, brother? I'm in Massachusetts right now. As of right now, I'm in the great state of Massachusetts. But I've been bouncing back and forth. I've been down to Connecticut, too. Connecticut, Massachusetts. I always end up stuck in the summertime for some reason between those two states, Connecticut and Massachusetts. But, you know, if I had a place I would pick permanently, it wouldn't be the Northeast. Not that it's the land or whatever is bad, but it's just the people are not as friendly. You know, if you're going to live somewhere permanently, I would say around Kingsland, Georgia. Between Kingsland, Georgia, and Brunswick, Georgia. That would be a great place to live permanently, year-round. Even though it gets really hot and humid, you can deal with it. But if you drink a lot of water like this, a lot of good water, it goes a long ways. And then the winters come, and then it's nice weather. You know, southeast Georgia in the wintertime is probably one of the best places you can be, besides Fort Pierce along the east coast of Florida. But I do like Louisiana and Mississippi, southern, like Biloxi and all that. But I don't know. I think if I was to really pick a place because of the storms, even though I like Louisiana a lot, I might pick Kingsland, Georgia. Man, those people treated me good. But they did it in Louisiana too. It's hard to say. It's like this. Between Kingsland, Georgia, and Slidell, Louisiana, it's like this. Because both places were very nice to me. Man, I stayed at Lowe's parking lot in both of those places for months. Months! Not weeks, months. Not right there, but every night I was about there, or during the day I was there, and then I was over to Cracker Barrel, but I was right in that little circle, which I didn't have to drive very far. I would like to get back to Louisiana, though. I would like to get back there. Something about Louisiana, I don't know. People say they don't like it. I know why they don't like us, you know, all the floods and storms, but if you look over that, all the floods and storms they've had in Louisiana, the people are great. Giving people, nice people, kind people, loving people, not stuck up like the Northeast. New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, they're really stuck up people. They really are. And people that tell you that they're telling you the truth. And they really are. You know, because I've seen them. I've seen the different types of people. I see how they act, see how they talk to you. It's not as good. Let's see. You are the only RV since 2014. Well, thank you, Transparent 415. I appreciate that. You know, honesty goes a long ways. Like I say, I'm not going to come up here and scam people. You know, I just not going to do it. And, you know, it's always a way to get money without begging people. I mean, it's all right to help people. I've said it's all right to help. I've helped people. Many, many times I've given people, homeless people, $10, $15, $20, $5, my change jar. Many, many times. A lot of times in Florida. A few times in Georgia or Louisiana too. But people have given me a lot too. So, not on YouTube, but other people in real life. So, I give back. Of course I'm going to give back. But there's people out there that are just not good people. You know who they are. Let's see. I have to send you a message when I'm ready to travel. Yeah, send me a message. I can tell you a lot about traveling. Good places to park, you know. And if you haven't got the RV Parky app yet, Transparent 415, go on your smartphone or your laptop or your Chromebook, whatever you got, and download the RV Parky app. It's called RV Parky. It's an app you can get for your phone or whatever. It's the RV Parky app. It's free. It doesn't cost nothing. It'll tell you where all the Walmarts are. It'll tell you where all the Cracker Barrels are. It'll tell you where the bigger truck stops are, like Flying J and Love's and TA, Petros. It's RV Parky app. It's a great app. I've had it for many, many years now. And you can look at the reviews there too. So for instance, if you click on Brunswick, Georgia, Walmart, it'll give you all the reviews, people saying it's good or bad. And I've stayed there before. It's not a bad place. So you can look at what other people, sometimes there'll be 60 reviews. Sometimes there'll only be 10. But you can look at that, and if they're really bad, then you don't want to go there. Or you might want to go there, but it might be bad. But when you see a lot of good ones, when you see multiple, over 15, 20 good reviews, you're going to say that's a good place to go. That's what I like about RV Parky app. The RV Parky app, in my opinion, is one of the best apps to help nomadic travelers. If you're a nomadic traveler, you're on the road, definitely put that. It's free. It doesn't cost you nothing. Have the RV Parky app, the Weather Channel app. What else? There's a few other ones I've got too. But the Weather Channel app and the RV Parky is a must if you're on the road. Yeah, get that one. You'll love it. It'll give you all the information that you need to when you're on the road traveling. And also, like I just said, you look at all the reviews. People from the past have already been there before you, Transparent 415. That'll give you a good information like, man, this is a good place. You know, most of the time that I've seen a lot of bad reviews, I went there and it was bad. When I've always seen a lot of good reviews, it was good and I went there and it was good. If you're ever on the road traveling and you're staying in parking lots, I'll tell you one place you do not want to stay. And that is Kissimmee, Florida. Don't even try it. I haven't been there in, 4 years, 5 years? I don't know how long it's been. Maybe 5 years ago. Don't even try it. If it's still like it was, I don't know if it's changed or not, but it was 4 or 5 years ago. Man, those people were horrible. I was like, There is no way in hell I'll ever come back here. Worst place I've ever been traveling on the road in my life. And I've been in a lot of places. And you guys know that have followed my channel. I've been in a lot of places. The worst one is Kissimmee, Florida. Out of anywhere that I've been in Virginia, I've been in Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island. I've been in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. I've been in Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, a little bit of Missouri, Louisiana, and that place right now. I'm not going to say the whole state of Florida. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say Kissimmee, Florida. Worst place I've ever been. Rude people, very unfriendly to people living in vehicles. So for that reason, Kissimmee, Florida, you're never going to see the 9000 series again. The state of Florida, you're going to see the 9000 series again. The state of Florida. But we're going to X out Kissimmee. How about that? Because I'd never go back there again. No way. Not the way I got treated. But other places have been great. Naples, beautiful place. Naples, Florida. Sarasota, Florida, beautiful place. Friendly people. Fort Pierce, beautiful place. Daytona. I didn't have any trouble in Daytona. It is a little rough in different parts of it. There's a lot of crime in different parts of it. But if you're on the right side of Daytona, you'll be all right. Panhandle of Florida, Marietta, Tallahassee, Pensacola, Panama City. Woo! Look at that. I've been there. They're not too bad. There's plenty of places you can go, and if you're on the road traveling, you don't want to pay for RV parks. That's the whole deal. That's the whole idea of living in a van. Whether you're living in a minivan, just getting by, that's fine. Or living in a cargo van, or a conversion van, or a camper van. Living in a van, you can live for an extended period of time on the road. Extended period. If you're in a little car like a Toyota Camry or like a Honda Accord, it's going to be rough. It's going to be really, really rough. Because all your stuff's kind of crammed in there. You don't have a full bed to lay down on, And so, for instance, like what I've got right here, you guys seen it many times. Let's turn this around. There's my full bed right there. I got my full bed set up all the time. There's my backpack. My nice Coleman sleeping bag. That I bought down in Ashland, Virginia. That sleeping bag's been a lifesaver. Got a full bed to lay in. That's what you want. Right there. And you can do the same thing with a minivan. With a minivan, you can take out the back seats, build up a little bit of a platform, put bins, like plastic Tupperware bins, under your bed. This is in a minivan. Have like some 2x4s and some plywood and some L brackets, and build yourself a platform in the back of your minivan. Slide your stuff under there. Just something simple that you can live in, sleep in, have a bike on the back, and go out and do it. Your bed looks... Yeah, my bed is clean. My van is clean. That's another thing. Keeping your van or your motorhome or your camper or your minivan, keeping it clean and looking presentable to the public when you're out in public all the time goes a very, very long ways. Keeping it clean on the outside. Taking it to the car wash. washing and waxing it. Inside, keeping it clean, keeping everything organized, put in bins somewhere where you know where it is. Goes a long ways. You don't want to have somebody say, "Hey man, can I look inside your van? I might want to buy a van someday. I want to get into it," and they have all your stuff thrown all over the place, where you can tell that they're just stacking the stuff up in there, making it look really nasty. You don't want that. You want it to look nice and neat all the time, and the outside too, clean. Like I've told you guys before, clean. Brushing your teeth, going to the laundromat, taking showers almost every day. If you can't find a shower, maybe you can find a 24-hour gas station where you can go into a stall and wash up a little bit. Something like that. There's plenty of places on the road where you can find places to take a shower. Truck stops are great, and the gym is great. If you can't afford a gym membership, maybe there's people out there that can't do it, then you go to truck stops. You go up to a truck driver and say, "Hey man," and when you do this, you don't walk in there with no backpack. When you walk into a truck stop or go out by the fuel aisles where they're pumping their diesel fuel, always have your backpack with you, on your back, with your towels, your soaps, your toothpaste, your mouthwash, all in the backpack, but you have it with you when you go and ask these people. You say, "Hey man, I'm just trying to get a shower. Any way you can help me out with a shower?" And they'll be more than glad, most truck drivers, to give you a free shower. More than glad. And once you get your free shower room, you got your own private. That's the best. And Love's has got some nice shower rooms, but so doesn't TA. And they'll be more than glad. It might ask within 10 or 15 minutes, within 10 minutes, you should have a shower. The first guy might tell you no, or he might tell you yes. But what they do is they got a fuel card that gets points on it. And they get so many showers on their card they can't use them all. So they just run their card at the register, hand you the piece of paper, you walk up to the door, the shower room door, punch in the PIN number, and you walk in there, you got your own private bathroom. Beautiful. Nice and clean. They provide the towels. I bring my own towels, but they do provide the towels. And you can take a shower on the road for free. And then go out and ride your bike every day and do things. If you can't afford a gym membership, I've got a gym membership. I've got that, and I've got the truck stop deal. I've got my free ice deal. I get water from my fresh water tank deal. I've got a lot of deals going on the road. And I'm still here. Still here. One of the best things I ever did was buy a van. If it hadn't have been a Class B camper van, it might have been a cargo van or a minivan. But it would have been some kind of van. The van, in my opinion, is still the best way to go. Not a Class C, not a Class A, or a truck. Truck campers are all right too, but in my opinion, I still like the van life. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought a van. And I've done it for quite a while. And I don't go way out in the desert somewhere and park my RV way out in the desert somewhere and let it sit there for months. I'm out here in the city areas of corporate America. We're not parked way out in the desert somewhere calling ourselves nomads when there's scorpions, poisonous snakes, sitting in the desert waiting to bite you. No! We're in Hartford, Connecticut. No! We're in Springfield. No! We're in Kingsland, Georgia. No! We're in Fort Pierce. Huh? We're not sitting around out in the desert somewhere, which I would never be. It's not for everybody. I still say the East Coast of the United States, parts of the Midwest is the best. In my opinion. Where you can see trees standing, green grass, I still say in rivers and streams is better than the desert. My opinion. When you look for miles and miles and miles and see nothing but flat desert land, that's not my cup of tea. That's not my cup of tea. I like to see 80-foot oak trees standing, pine trees standing, palm trees standing. Huh? You don't see that out there because there ain't any. And people can talk all they want, but when that wind picks up, when those winds pick up in the desert, it blows all that shit right in your van. Dust and dirt. You'll be cleaning steady. You'll be going through 100 rolls of blue shop towels every 2 weeks. You think I'm going to do that? No. Do you think I'm going to be somewhere where there ain't a hospital and 20 or 30 miles away? You get out of here. You're crazy. You people out there, in my opinion, are just an accident waiting to happen. That land's there for a reason. That land is there. No, it's not populated for a reason because nobody wants it. Old military bases. Nobody wants it. I want to be somewhere where I can go to the hospital. Where it's right around the corner. A poisonous snake out there. We gonna die out there? Antonio, woo, look at Antonio's in the house. Woo, Antonio, you're up at what time in the morning? 4:10 a.m. on the East Coast. Here's Antonio. Woo! Look at that. Yo, what happened? I don't know. Let's see here. A lot of RVers I met are not keeping it clean, so I stay away from them. Yeah, some of them don't keep it clean. They just don't. It's nasty. Did you see Nomadic Fanatic buying land in Arizona? Yeah, I saw that. He can buy land wherever he wants. I mean, I don't care. I wouldn't do that. I mean, it's up. That's his choice. I don't dislike him or anything, but I wouldn't buy land out there. I just wouldn't. If I had money like he's got, I'd buy land somewhere in, like Arkansas or Louisiana or Southeast Georgia, somewhere like that. Sea Hater, thanks for coming in. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Coates in chat. Sea Hater's up. I know you live on the East Coast. I know this guy lives on the East Coast of the United States. Right there. He's out of bed. Let's see. It's 1:10 a.m. here in Cali. Woo! Look at that. California. We got 2 people in here from California on the chat. They're on the chat, guys. 2 of them from California. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I told you he's on the East Coast. Woo! Look at that. And he's up at 4:10 a.m. in the morning. Look at that. Let's see here. California. California's time's different. Yep. You're behind. I mean, yeah, we're ahead of you. But, so anyways, that's my best choice to you guys, best advice to you guys. If you got to get into the van life, just get the van and if you can get a minivan, you're going to be ahead of the game. You're going to be ahead. Rent is very high now. Things have gone up tremendously in the last 4 years. In the last 4 years, things have gone up tremendously. It keeps going up, too. There's going to be a lot more people living in vehicles. There's going to be a lot more people living in campers. Because who can afford to keep paying that rent? I mean, some people can do it. Not everybody can do it. Even $1,500 every month just for rent without utilities. That's a lot of money to come up with every month. That's a lot. I can take $1,000 and live all month. in my van. Pay for everything. Gasoline, food, all of it. But that one thing, $1,500. Then you got to pay for your insurance on your regular vehicle. You got to maintain your regular vehicle and pay the rent, pay utilities. No way. There's no way. Let's see. C-Hater says, woo, look at that. Woo, big woo from Cape Cod. Let's see here. Antonio says, and the groundwater is being depleted here. Yeah. It's a messed up state. There's a lot of people right now, Antonio, that are leaving California because it's so messed up out there. It is so messed up. There's so many problems. There's so many problems in California, they can't fix them all. So the only option the people have got is to leave. Go somewhere else. Let's see. They are... Yeah. I wouldn't want to live there. That's what state there is nice parts of it, but I just think it's a big state, but it's overpopulated. You know, it's I don't know. And things are high. Gasoline's high. Food's high. It's higher there than it is on the East Coast. You know, I can go down to North Carolina or South Carolina and buy my gasoline a lot cheaper than I can buy it in LA. You know. Let's see. Antonio says Central California got flooded with a lakes. It's gonna be a lake for the next 8 years. Wow, 8 years? Wow. Let's see, living in an RV in Arizona desert, 100 Fahrenheit. Is not good way to live. It must be 120. Yeah, it's not. You don't want that. I mean, people think that you got a little piece of land out in the desert, it's great. It's not great. It's not. That land is there for a reason. And I know that. I'm not that dumb. I'm not that dumb. And I know that all that land out there is, big chunks of land is there for a reason, because nobody wants to live there. It's not impossible to live there. It's not impossible. But it's rougher. You want to be somewhere where there's water. You want to see green grass. At least I do. Trees standing. You know. You don't want to see miles of just flat desert land. Not for me. It's not good. You always want to be somewhere where there's water. And there's a lot of that land out there, there's no water. You know how they get water? They have to truck water in. They have to have trucks bring it into them. Big things of water. You know, it's not good. That's not good. Let's see. Let's see. C-Hater says, I hope RV is okay. Coach has been. Yeah, my RV's fine. Are you still going to gym? Yeah. Usually on the rainy days. I've been riding my bike quite a bit, Antonio. So when it's the days that are bad, like rainy all the time, I just go to the gym. Charles, thanks for coming in. Welcome to the stream. I haven't been able to get my $22 back from Tasha Teeling. Yeah, you never will. $22. That's 3 cases of pop. Yeah, you're never gonna get it back. I personally never get back to you. Let's see here. Antonio says, I think the Indian in Arizona. Also, they've been living there for a couple thousand years. Couple thousand. I think they have it figured out. Yeah, maybe the Indians got it figured out, but I don't know. I don't think I would figure it out. Let's see. C Hater says everyone hit the thumbs button up. Thumbs button. Let's see, coach. Yeah, the likes are very much appreciated. So if you want to hit the like button, it's free to do so. It don't cost you anything, and it helps support the channel. In the analytics, when I go back to my YouTube Studio Creator, look at it once in a while. It helps the analytics. You hit the like button. Very much appreciated. If you want to. Let's see here. Do you have a dog to keep you company on the road? No, I don't have any animals, Antonio. I don't have no dogs. I don't have no cats. I don't have nothing. There's a reason for that, because if something happens to them, I don't have money to help them. You know, it's not that I don't like dogs and cats. It's just that it's another responsibility. And if you take a dog or a cat to the veterinarian, sometimes $800 or $1,000 is nothing to them. And I just don't have the extra money if something, and I feel terrible. What would I do? I don't want to see my dog or cat suffer. So that's for that reason, I'm out. And it's not because I don't like them. It's because I just don't have the extra money. 2 cents TV. Thanks for coming in. Hi, Coates. Is it true that elbow got hooker? I don't know nothing about that. 2 cents TV. I don't know. I have no idea. Transparent 415 with a like. Woo! Look at that. Another like. Thank you. Let's see. A dog is more loyal. Antonio says a dog is more loyal than a person. That's why it's called man's best friend. Yeah. Yeah, most dogs are pretty nice. You treat them right, take care of them, they're going to be your best friend, yeah. But if something happens to that dog, or it gets cancer, or something happens to it, it starts having health problems, or something happens, and you got to go to the veterinarian. The thing I'm saying is, it can cost a lot of money. If you got the money, it's no problem. But if you don't have, and they want their money. If your dog needs surgery, they want their money up front. And the thing is, I got to save my money for mechanic work. If I had extra money, I'd have a cat or a dog. But the money I got to save is for this 1991 Ford Econoline van, and for parts and mechanic work, stuff like that. And most of it I do myself, but I still got to buy the parts. Say I need a starter, an alternator, or a belt or hose. And I had a dog too, and I just can't afford it all. If I could afford it all, I'd have it. So it's what I really need. And the things, if I see cats or dogs that are stray, I put out food for them. Or if I don't have food, I'll drive down to Walmart, or if they're at Walmart, I'll go into Walmart and buy the food and put it out for them. And put water and food out for the mostly homeless cats. When I'm on the road traveling, I mostly see cats. A few times I've seen some dogs that were running around loose that I thought were strays, that were scared, and I put out food for them too. But mostly cats. And, that's all I can do, really, Let's see here. So, but good questions. You got some good questions. It's good. So, I just keep it pretty simple because of the money situation, Usually people living in a van or living in a van or some kind of camper full-time, living in parking lots, usually the money's pretty tight. I mean, there are some people out there that got money that are actually living in parking lots. I've seen people with brand new Class B camper vans staying at Walmart. Brand new. $130,000, $40,000. And they're staying at Walmart in Cracker Barrel. You might not believe that, but that is the truth. They could afford to go to a state park. They could afford to go to a campground like KOA But where are they parked, Antonio? They're parked right at the Cracker Barrel in Kingsland, Georgia, with a $130,000 rig. Putting their lawn chairs out. That's where they are. So there's those kind of people as well. Inflation's been treating me horrible. When I go buy a cucumber to make my salad, Antonio, it costs me 74 cents. Should be 25 cents. When I go buy a tomato, Antonio, at Walmart to make my salad, it cost me, what were they, $1.78 a pound? Something like that. Yeah. My green peppers I have to buy that are, I don't know, 80 cents a piece, something like that. Let's see. Would you let another person move in with you if they paid rent? Well, you want to have a contract read up. You want to have a contract read up, a legal contract read up, saying that they are going to pay you rent, or you've got the right to kick them out within 30 days. So the contract will read, you pay an X amount of dollars to me per month. If you do not pay, I've got the right to have you removed within 30 days. You want to have a contract read up. You don't want to just let them in there for their word, because they might not pay you. And then it's hard to get them out. But if they sign a contract, a legal binding contract, saying you've got the right to kick them all out of there within 30 days, that's what I would do. But if not, I wouldn't do it. Because they'll get in there and they won't pay you. Or they might. It might be all right. I don't know. But if they don't pay you, you know you're out. You need your money. And, there's a lot of people that are bums that'll get in there and they won't pay you. They might pay you the first or second month. First month, second month. And when the third one comes up, they might not pay you. You got to be careful about that. Don't trust everybody. Because that'll, if they want to do it, we'll have a contract read up. You sign the contract, it gives me the right to charge you this much money to help for the rent. And if you don't pay me, then I got the right to kick you out of here within 30 days. You get 30 days to get your stuff and get out. So that gives that person 30 days to get all their stuff and get out, or less. That's the way you got to do it. There ain't no landlord on the East Coast of the United States going to kick the 9000 series out. Look at that American flag. You think they're going to kick the 9000 series out? Well, let me tell you something. My home is mobile. So all you landlords out there, let me tell you something. The 9000 series has been living up and down the East Coast of the United States of America since October of 2015. Nobody's kicked me out. I've got water. I've got heat. I've got air conditioning. Mechanically inclined. Imagine that. Tools, you wouldn't believe the tools I'm carrying with me, Mr. Landlords out there. Work right in a Walmart parking lot. Cracker Barrel. Woo, look at that. Lowe's, Home Depot. Love me. You see. Within the amount of time I've lived in a van, if I had to go out and pay rent, I would have paid out way over $200,000. So I have escaped not paying over $200,000. Over $200,000 since October of 2015. Imagine that. And I'm still here, healthy, living good, to keep the costs down. So I can buy what? So I can buy power tools, wrenches, sockets. Huh? Let's see here. Dee da dee da. Let's see. Antonio says, and might be different from state to state. You'll have to pay different legal fees. Yeah, you might have to pay some legal fees to have some kind of thing like that, but but it's still worth having a contract right up. What's your favorite area to visit in a RV coach? My favorite area to visit in an RV is Southeast Georgia, Slidell, Louisiana, Fort Pierce, Florida, Elkhart, Indiana, where the RV Hall of Fame Museum is. Elkhart is a great place. You can go to the RV Hall of Fame Museum, which I've been there. You can stay right in their parking lot overnight, multiple nights. Great place. I don't just have one, Sea Hater. I don't just have one. The amount of land that I cover, there's not just one. But I can't say there's just one. I got to be 5 or 6 or 7 of them. Let's see. Is your RV life a secluded like the bikes? Not exactly, but yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Let's see. Oh, cool. Yeah. Once you travel as much around as I have and park your camper in different places, you're going to have multiple places that you like. And it's hard to say, this is the best place. It's hard to say that. But I can say Kingsland, Georgia. I can say Fort Pierce, Florida. I can say Slidell, Louisiana. I can say Kenly, North Carolina. I can say Ashland, Virginia. I can say 5 right there, right off the top of my head. Right off the top of my head. Places that I've went, they treated me good. Look at that. Do you have a secret RV spot with the best? Cheapest prices that you can count on if things go. Secret RV spot. Yeah, I got some spots. Antonio, I've got some spots that I've never mentioned, and they're still top secret. And I'm not going to put them out there because then I might as well just tell everybody. I would tell some people, but when I'm on YouTube doing a live stream, if I tell one part, they're all going to know. I've got some spots, Antonio, that I've never mentioned a word about, that I've kept secret. And they're really, really nice spots. And I probably never will. It's just some things you just don't talk about. But the ones that I have mentioned that are great too. But there's some even a little better than that. Should I buy land coats? It's not a bad thing to buy land, but I don't think I would buy it in the northeastern United States or the desert. If you could buy some land in the Midwest or the southeastern United States, that would be your best. North Carolina. North Carolina is a great place to buy land. North Carolina. Buy some land, set up some buildings on it, and you could live in North Carolina for a long time. I wouldn't do it in Massachusetts or New York. I just wouldn't do it. Let's see. I think I asked you this before, but are you proper? I would say I'm somewhat of a prepper. I don't like guns though. I'm against guns. So, but I do like Swiss Army knives and stocking up on some food. Prepping that way, like stocking up. I got canned goods. I haven't really ate any canned goods in a long time, but it's good to stock up on that stuff. Having a Swiss Army knife, a backpack, some Tylenol, some aspirin, some bandages, some Band-Aids, some kind of a medical kit with you, which I've got. But not with the guns. I don't like guns. So I would say no to the guns, no guns. But other stuff like food, prepping for food, stocking up on food is great. And medical supplies. You want to have medical supplies with you. Like different stuff for pain or bandages, gauze wraps, because you might get cut or something. Anything to clean out a cut, like rubbing alcohol or that kind of stuff that will clean out cuts and stuff like that. That kind of stuff. Okay, thanks. Yep. Let's see. Every time I leave my house, I carry a knife with. Every time I leave my house, I carry a knife with me. Never. Yeah. Yeah. If you have some kind of a knife, something that's not, I would say a non-lethal weapon, even though a knife can be, but I would say no to guns. I've told you guys this many times. I don't like guns. I don't have any guns. I don't want any guns. I don't like guns. So, water. Yeah, water's a great, stocking up on water is good. Drinking water. Water filters are good. Like water filters, like you buy the filters, they last a long time. And that's good. Let's see. I've had such where animals have run up on me. I'm glad I had a weapon on me. 100%. Yeah, you don't want wild. I don't know where you are, but sometimes the animals, if you're way out somewhere, they could have rabies. Like a raccoon could bite you, or any kind of an animal like that. Some kind of a coyote or something. But you kind of got to be out. But if you're in the city areas, you're not going to see many animals, really. You could, but the likeliness of being in a city area, you're not going to see so many. But I don't know where you've been. If you're way out somewhere, of course there's going to be animals around. Let's see. I use a lead bat, throw a rock. Yeah. Some kind of a way that's a non-lethal way, like pepper spray or a baseball bat or some kind of a way, like a rock or something to throw at it. They give you a chance to get out of the way and get you to safety back in your car or whatever, or your vehicle, and get out of the situation. If you pick up a gun and you shoot somebody, that they could die. Even if it ain't your fault, still is a lot. There's a lot that could go wrong with you. That you have to go to court. You have to explain it. I just don't like the gun situation. It's there's too many guns in the United States as it is. Not everybody that owns a gun is a bad person. I'm not saying that. But there's a lot of bad people that have got guns that would kill you in a minute. And these are bad people. There's biker gangs out there. There's street gangs out there. And they've got guns and they're bad people and they will kill you if you cross paths with them. And they're just thugs. Let's see here. Antonio says, coyote is my animal. I will never hurt it. Oh, okay. Let's see. Coyote wolves are okay. Let's see here. Transparent 415 says, you are right, mace. Yeah, some kind of a mace or something. Some kind of a way that's a non-lethal that will get you away from that person. Or whatever it is. If it's a person or an animal, I don't know. Let's see, Antonio says, have you Yes, I did hear something about that. It just said on the news 36 people died. It's awful out there. In, where was it? Hawaii? Yeah. I wouldn't want to live out on any island like that because there's no roads out. You're surrounded by water, and I feel bad for those people. You know, all that smoke in the air, fires burning up. That's why I like to live where I live. And anything can happen anywhere. But at least if something happens in Massachusetts and they're evacuating the state, hey, I got a chance to get out. But if you're on an island somewhere like Hawaii, a lot of people are not going to make it out. You know? It's awful. It's, oh, you know, if something was bad to happen in Massachusetts or Connecticut, maybe I could get to, Arkansas. That's far enough away from it, you know. But in a situation like that, where you're out on an island, you can't get out. There's boats, maybe, but everybody don't have a boat to get out of there, or whatever. So it's a bad situation. It's awful. Wild turkeys in mass can be dangerous, and seals. Yeah, I've never had any trouble with turkeys, but yeah, they could be. They could be anything kind of an animal. And some of these animals get rabies, not turkeys, but like raccoons or raccoons or a coy dog. They get rabies and they could bite you, and then you could be in trouble. Also, bears. There's black bear. There's wolves. I mean, I haven't come in contact with any of these things, but they're out there. If you're out somewhere, but you're in a city, you're not going to. If you're in a city area, it's most likely you're not going to come in contact with these kind of animals. If you're in the city areas. But you could. It's not impossible. You could. But if you're out somewhere where it's really rural area, way out somewhere like, say the Adirondack Mountains in New York. If you're out there camping in the Adirondack Mountains in New York, upstate New York, you might take a chance of getting a coyote or a wolf coming by, or a raccoon that's got rabies. You take a great chance in that part of the country. The Adirondack Mountains. There's a lot of land up there, millions of acres of woodland, and there's animals out there. Wolves, bear, raccoons, coyotes in those mountains. And you're out there camping. It might come to your campsite. But they say if you have a campfire, fire, like a small campfire, will keep them away. That's what I've heard. I don't know. Have you ever hunted animals in the wild? No, I don't hunt animals. No, I'm not a hunter. A lot of people do hunt. What do you think about red squirrels? I don't have no problem with them. Let's see here. Bear show man versus the wild. He ate a giant woodbark worm. The guts squirted out on the camera. It was sick. Oh, that sounds gross. A giant woodbark worm. Ugh, that sounds gross. I don't know if I'd eat any worms. No, I couldn't do that. I'd rather have my fishing pole and go fishing, catch some fish, something like that. One fire won't keep animals away. You have to make a ring of fire around you. Yeah, something like that. Some kind of a fire would keep them away. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I I usually don't have too much trouble with any because I'm not out there. I'm not. I'm probably more of a city guy, uh, living. But if you are out there, you're gonna come across them. That's for sure. Sea Hater says, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" Yeah. But anyways, I kind of like the cities better because everything I need is there close. If I go somewhere like the Adirondack Mountains in New York, I'm going to have to stock up for 2 weeks. I'm going to have to stock up on food, water, because I'm way out somewhere. It's not a bad thing to be way out somewhere, but you're going to have to stock up on stuff. You can't just run down to the store and get it because there's no stores. You know, puts himself in the wild. It's a survival test. He had to do it to survive. Yeah. Yeah, if you're surviving, boy, and you get hungry, I just don't. I don't put myself in that situation. You know, I'd rather be somewhere where it's a little bit more places I can get what I need. But if you ever were, you got to know how to survive. If you had $1,000,000, would you still live in the RV? At least, let's see. At least you wouldn't have to pay. Yeah, if I had $1,000,000, I'd still live in my RV up and down the East Coast. I would. Let's see. P2E, thanks for coming in. Woo, we got P2E in here. Woo, woo. Thanks for coming in. What would you stock up on for a trip like that? I stock up on food and water. And like I said, having medical supplies with you, like bandages, gauze wrap, just the emergency kit, Tylenol, different things, toothpaste, Listerine, all the kind of things that I use, but I had to buy more of it to have it with me. Because if I was going to be out somewhere, and it would run out eventually, but, you got to stock up because if you're not going to be near no stores, you got to. What kind of food? Probably canned goods because cases of water, bottled water, and also the tablets to purify water. But I would stock up with cases of water, and I would stock up on some canned goods, some bread, whatever I could get my hands on, because foods like salads and stuff, you got to have refrigeration. Some foods like that you have to have refrigeration, and and I still use my cooler, and I wouldn't be able to get ice, so. But you'd have to stock up on stuff like that, like canned goods and water and stuff like bags of nuts, like almonds, walnuts, stuff like that. Stuff that doesn't have to be refrigerated. Um, that kind of stuff. If you're going to be way out somewhere for a long period of time. But I'm never going to I don't want to put myself in a situation like that. If I stock up for 3 or 4 days, that's good. Then I can run back to Walmart and get what I need. But yeah, maybe Walmart won't be there someday. So, I don't know. I would have to face it when it came, but the 9000 series would figure something out. He ain't looking at no dummy here. We'd figure something out, P2E. Traveling is more important than staying because you expect more things that life's about, not watching TV at home. Yeah, getting out there and experiencing it yourself, Antonio, is the best. You can watch people like these big time travelers. You all know their names on YouTube. But getting out there doing it yourself is the real deal. You know, get yourself that $2,000 minivan. Do what I told you guys to do. Get you some plywood, some 2x4s, make a bed platform, put you a nice bed in there. Get you a cooler. Stock up on some food, some medical supplies, and woo, hit the road, Antonio. From California to Florida. There goes Antonio. All the way across the country in his minivan. Woo! He's in Fort Pierce now. Wouldn't that be something? You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And you can do it with less than what I've got. You know. And to make money, you can use the minivan to drive for Grubhub or Uber Eats. You can make money with your minivan by delivering food. And you can probably make enough a day to buy your gas and your food and have a little extra left over. You know? Let's see. Sea Hater says, even see some crazy people are being good. Ever see some crazy? Yeah, I've seen some people that didn't look like they were all there. Their RV looked really bad and rough. And they just didn't look clean. They looked dirty. They just looked awful. One time in Virginia, I was down in Virginia, in Ruther Glen. I was in Ruther Glen, Virginia. This guy pulled up in this fucking thing. I was sleeping. I was at the Flying J truck stop. Never forget it. This is a few years back. Ruther Glen, Virginia. I was sleeping. Guy just pulls up in this old RV. Fucking thing must have been from the 1970s. It was probably a 77 or 78 motorhome, Class C. That fucking thing was painted 4 different colors. 4 different colors. Tailpipe hanging off the back. Loud. The fucking thing was louder than a diesel motor running. Pulls up beside me. I had to get up out of bed, pull over to another part of the truck stop. He got out. He had holes in his pants. His hair was all greasy. Awful looking character. And I didn't, not to judge anybody, but I just got away from him. But he pulled right up beside me. Man, I says, I got out of bed. I got this, ripped the foil down. I said, I'm getting away from this character. And when I got up, I saw him. He's an awful looking critter. Trash. It's trash. Trash. But I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to pick on him. Maybe that's all he's got, but I couldn't live like that. You know, it's better to stay clean and keep your RV up. If that's all you've got to keep up, you want to keep it up. Do you do blogging online about your experiences, travel, and tips? There's a lot of YouTubers who travel, who write blogs about their travel. No, I don't do any blogs. I don't do any blogs. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Facebook, on Instagram, and I'm not on TikTok. I have nothing to do with any of that. And neither do I do any, I just do YouTube. Do some live streams and some videos. Just on YouTube. I'm not connected with the other stuff. Not that it's a bad thing to be connected with them. I don't need all of them. YouTube is enough. And if you want to come in and see me, I don't have to be on Facebook. I don't have to be on TikTok. You can come over here. You can come over here to Google, to YouTube. You know, that's the way I look at it. I mean, why do I need a bunch of different ones? You know, I don't, so I ain't got it. You know, people are going to know who you are. And they're going to tune in. And they're going to come from TikTok. And they're going to come from Facebook. But I don't need all that. I'm not that big. And I don't want to be that big. I'm happy. You know what they say? You know what they say? You stay small, Antonio. You keep it all. You stay small and you keep it all. That's the way I like it. Facebook sucks. Yeah, that's what I hear. I never got involved with them people. I suggest write a journey because it's more personal. Yeah, you could write a little journey thing if you wanted to. I just don't. People might pretty much know my journey, but it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I just don't do it. Whatever I got on YouTube is what it is, and there's been more than what I put on YouTube, but I just don't. You're not gonna put everything on YouTube. There's places that I found, like we were just talking, places that I found that I've parked my RV that were really good places, and I said to myself, if I put this out there on YouTube, somebody's gonna come and ruin it. Somebody's gonna come and ruin it. I put a lot of places out, but I didn't put out everything for that reason. I know places I could go and people wouldn't know where I was because they can go back and track places that I've been in the past. But there's other places that I've been that I haven't put out there. And you never know. So, because you can't tell everything. You can't tell everything. If you tell everybody every spot that you've gone to and everything you've done, they're just going to go in and ruin it. They're just going to go in them spots and ruin it. Let's see. C Hater says we love on YouTube codes. Yeah. Yep. Where's the more place to park at? The more what? Places I usually park at are, Cracker Barrel and Walmart. And Lowe's and Home Depot. Lowe's and Home Depot are pretty good. Like I say, some of the truck stops are alright. But Lowe's and Home Depot have been pretty good to me over the years. I've never had a guy come out of a Home Depot and say, you know what? You can't park here. I've never gone to a Lowe's and parked there and they come out and said, you know what? You can't park here. A Walmart, they have. Sam's Club, they have. They've come out and told me I gotta leave. Leave right now. You know? Dangerous places I parked at were probably I usually get out of them places, but there's been a few, they're not coming to me. Dangerous, let's see here. I try to stay away from them, but I'm trying to think if I ever parked in places where dangerous. God, I don't know. Not really. I don't think I have. I'm trying to think back all the places I never really felt dangerous. I can tell you some places that would be dangerous, but I avoided them. Would be places like parking in New York City, or Chicago, or Miami, Florida. I know that they're dangerous, so I didn't go there. you know, I know you would take a chance in some of them places, but I haven't parked there because I know that not to. I didn't even take a chance at it. But they would probably be dangerous, I would think. Get somebody come up, try to, I don't know. Not really, because I wouldn't really put myself in that. I've had, when I don't feel comfortable in a place, I just really leave. And I know there's places that are really bad, like Detroit. You think I'd go park my van in the streets of Detroit, Michigan? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. You think I'd drive my van to Compton, California, and park my van in Compton, set up camp? No, I wouldn't. Think I'd go down to Miami, Florida, or Jacksonville, downtown, the hardest parts of Jacksonville? And no, I wouldn't do it. If you know it's bad, you don't even try. Because why put yourself in a situation where you may just get messed up? You stay in places like Slidell, Kingsland, Georgia, Brunswick, Georgia, where there's other RVers around. You don't go out somewhere where, anything can happen anywhere. Anything can happen anywhere. But you know that these places are bad. And they've had a history from the past of people getting killed and everything else. Well, actually, there was one day, that's right. The time in Connecticut. I'm glad you brought that up, Antonio. There was one time. There was. And if I would have told you, Antonio, this is one of the best spots of ever. Wethersfield, Connecticut. There was one time. Now I'm thinking back. Wethersfield, Connecticut, I stayed there every night, months at a time. But one night I went there, these gangs come in, street gang. They call them street gangs. It was in Wethersfield, Connecticut, Planet Fitness parking lot. And they showed up 80 to 100 people. Spinning their cars around circles, lighting fireworks off. And that was a dangerous situation. I had a fucking guy come up to me and I thought I was going to get in a fight with him. Going 30 feet from my van, spin his tires around. I come out of that van. Man, I looked at him. He knew I was going to say something. Fucking dickhead. Them punks, them fucking punk kids, they're nothing but a bunch of thugs, gangs. But when one cop showed up, and then the other cop showed up, they were running like rats. You ever see a rats going down a New York City drain? Well, that's how fast that they were running. You got that crew around. You got to watch out for them. Yeah, it felt kind of dangerous then. No, you get shot or something. I want to ask, is place in Connecticut? Well, there's a lot of these people going around in Connecticut just ruining it. They're a bunch of punk-ass kids. They're about 17 to 23 years old. And what they do is they go around these parking lots. I've only seen it in Connecticut. I haven't seen it in Massachusetts. But I'm sure it goes on in Massachusetts. They'll try to overtake a parking lot. But they're stupid. Because the cops are going to be right there. They're in a city. Let's think about this. You're in a city area like Lowe's or Home Depot. If you go start spinning your tires around, lighting fireworks off, throwing beer bottles on the ground, they're going to be cops down there. More than one. And they're trying to ruin it for people. People like that. But they're not big shots. They're not that tough. Because there's more cops. And if the cops can't handle it, they're calling the National Guard. And they will clean them out. One way or another. They'll go to jail. They're nothing but a bunch of punk-ass kids. They have no lives. Most of them are doped up on marijuana or some kind of illegal narcotics. They don't have a brain in their head or a place to put one. My opinion. And what they try to do is they try to ruin it for somebody. Somebody that lives in a van or living in a car, they're trying to ruin that spot for them. Because you know what they're going to say eventually? Nobody in our parking lots. Nobody. No truck drivers can park here anymore. No campers, no nothing. Because of a bunch of punk-ass, doped-up kids. That's all they are. And they come in there, not one person, two. They come in 80 to 100 of them at a time. With their little punk-ass cars. Trying to destroy the parking lot. Ruin the parking lot. All scuffed up. beer bottles smashed on the ground. They're just trying to ruin it. Yeah, I did feel kind of uncomfortable that time, but I would have told you before that happened that Wethersfield, Connecticut was the best spot on planet Earth. Nice people there until that happened. You know, if I known that they were coming, I would have been gone. They just showed up it was around midnight. They showed up. Assholes. Let's see. Yeah, it's all over the internet. I know. I'm part. Yeah, but they're just trying to ruin it. They're trying to ruin that spot because if they keep doing that, they're going to put up. Nobody can be there. Nobody. People don't act like I don't act like that. The truck drivers that park overnight, they don't act like that. It's these people that are ruining it. Yeah. So then, like when you want to park, he's not going to let you do it. Nobody. I had to go stay over at the motel parking lot that night. Sometimes I'll find a Marriott or a bigger hotel chain. Sometimes a Motel 6. Or I had to go stay somewhere like that because of these jerks. I haven't been back there since. Because it wasn't a place. It was all right. It was just those people coming in, destroying it. They've been going over the whole state of Connecticut. They've been going to other parts like Bridgeport, Hartford, New Haven. They've been trying to ruin it down there too. You know, they're not proving anything. They're going to end up in jail because to start with, their destruction of property by spinning your tires around, driving erratically can put you in jail. They may be going to jail with a record, a criminal record. You know, they're not that smart. They can get them. Technology they got today, they'll find out who they are, and they'll go to jail. So they're not smart people. They're dumb. A couple times in L.A. when they did slideshows, they locked up the store and broke into a place and robbed the whole store. Yeah, that's awful. That's all. I heard about a few 7-Elevens. A few 7-Eleven convenience stores in California recently got robbed. These people go in there, 8 or 10 people walking into a 7-Eleven convenience store, and they'll start grabbing everything off the shelf, and they'll rob the whole store. They'll steal a bunch of stuff out of the store. And this has happened several different times out there in California, and they're getting so there won't even be a convenience store because they'll have to close up. The insurance company ain't gonna keep covering the theft, and they're the problem. They're ruining it for everybody else. I was born in Bridgeport with angels. Yeah, it's rough in some of them places. I seen it on the news. Yeah, it's just awful. Why should they ruin it for, everybody? Then you know what's going to happen? They're going to close the store. If the store gets robbed enough times, the 7-Eleven corporation, 7-Eleven convenience stores, they're going to say we have to shut this one down because our store here in Compton, California, our 7-Eleven in Compton has been robbed multiple times in a year. We're going to have to close it down. So now other people that shopped at that store, that bought their gas there, got their coffee, there's no more store. The store's gone. They closed it up because of the punk-ass kids. It was probably 100 people ran into a store, jacked everything. Yeah, they run into the store, a bunch of people, and then they start stealing everything. And there's so many of them, the guy running the store can't stop them. All he can do is call the police. And sometimes they assault the person, the guy running the cash register, sometimes he gets assaulted. Or gets a gun put to his head. from these thugs. They're nothing but thugs. And if that happens enough times in one area, they will close the store down. The store will be shut down permanently. There will be no more store. You gotta go somewhere else. I want to see where I was born. I work now. Oh, okay. Coach, if there was mass, would you rob a store for RV parts? Now, I'd probably have to go get away from people. If there was mass riots and breakouts, I'd probably have to go somewhere like the Adirondack Mountains in New York. Just get away from them and try to learn how to survive. I wouldn't want to be out there. It would be brutal. You would be better off out in the woods somewhere if it got really bad. Because if people got acting like that, people's going to be you won't have to worry about a wolf or a coyote or a raccoon. People will be your worst enemy if it got that bad. Normal people would have to try to get away from them. I don't know if you can get away from them all. So it is what it is. But, that's what ruins it, though. People like that ruin it for everybody. And they're nothing but a bunch of thugs. Home Depot, you're probably not going to believe this, but I talked about this the other night, a couple nights ago. Home Depot has had more theft than Walmart. Imagine that. The CEO of Home Depot got up there. I watched this on YouTube. The CEO of Home Depot stores all over the United States, has had more theft than Walmart. Hard to believe. I couldn't believe it. The power tools. A lot of Home Depots have to have them locked up. They have to have bars with padlocks. They got big padlocks, that big around. And all the power tools, the Milwaukee, and the other ones like, Craftsman and stuff, they have to be locked behind steel cages. Because these assholes walk in the store with a shopping cart and load it right up full of power tools and gear wrench and expensive tools and walk right out the front door. And if you're an employee there at Home Depot, you're not allowed to put your hands on them. You're not allowed to stop that cart from going out the door. Otherwise, if you do, you'll be the one getting fired. What a stupid policy. Think about that. What kind of a policy? You know that they got $2,000 worth of stuff in that cart. They didn't pay for $1 of it. And they're walking out the front door and you can't stop them? All you can do is call the police. Well, by the time the police get there, they're gone. You know what? I've seen the prices at Home Depot go up. I just went and bought a Dremel 4300. I went to Lowe's. The regular retail price at Lowe's for that Dremel 4300 was $139. It was on sale for $99. So I bought it on the sale price. I went up to Home Depot after I bought it. We looked at their price. It wasn't on sale. It was the regular retail price at Home Depot. $145 and some change. Regular retail price for that exact same Dremel, same case and everything, same Dremel, $145 and some change. Retail price at Lowe's was $139. They're bringing the price up because of their insurance is going up. Whoever Home Depot has got insurance from for theft and stuff, they're raising their price. Why their insurance company is raising their price at Home Depot? Because of the theft. Home Depot has had more theft than any other place. More than Lowe's and Walmart. That's right. Because of these people. So the regular consumer, like me or you, that wants to go in and buy a Milwaukee drill, a Milwaukee power tool, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for that because of these assholes stealing stuff. And you're not allowed to stop them. That's what gets me is, if you work there, you can't say, hey, you didn't pay for that. No, you can't say that. You can just stand there like a dummy and say, okay. And the reason why is because they don't want people to get hurt. They don't want somebody to pull out a gun and shoot them. Home Depot don't want that. So I kind of get it, but at the same time, they just walked out the store with $2,000 worth of stuff. Yeah, you caught the cops. By the time the cops get there, they're gone. What do they do with all this stuff? They go on eBay, different sites on the internet, and sell it. That's what they do with it. So the regular person that don't steal has to pay more. Yeah, that's right, because the insurance goes up for Home Depot. Yeah, the Dremel's a great tool. I like the Dremel. I got 2 of them now. I bought one at Lowe's. I bought them both at Lowe's. About 2 months ago, I bought the first one, the Platinum. I bought the Platinum version with the Platinum case with the more accessories. And that was $200 and some odd dollars. $199 plus tax. Then this one was $99 because it was on sale, but the retail price, if it wasn't on sale at Lowe's, was $139. I made videos of it. It's on my other channel. Let's see here. Maybe they are stealing stuff to support their family. I don't know, Antonio. I don't know. But what it does, Antonio, is the regular consumer that shops at Home Depot now has to pay a little bit more for that product. And the reason why is Home Depot has to raise the price on the power tools a little bit more than Lowe's, is because of their insurance. You know, once stuff gets stolen, they got insurance for that. So it's fine. It's fine. But when you get robbed and stolen from enough, the insurance company says, you know what, Home Depot? Instead of charging you $100 million for insurance this year, we're going to charge you maybe $150 million for insurance this year. Yeah, if you want insurance, Home Depot on the stuff, $150 million. So then Home Depot raises the price on the products for people to pay for it, and they have to put up steel bars. These steel bars with wire mesh, all wire mesh with padlocks on it. That's how it works. So, I don't know. It's messed up. Do they catch all these people? I don't know if they catch them or not. I know Atlanta, Georgia was bad. A lot of theft down in Georgia, Atlanta, around Atlanta. It's awful. They know that they're on camera. You see, the cameras don't mean nothing. Because these people walk into Home Depot or Walmart, wherever, the cameras are rolling. They don't care. You know? They will if they get caught. You know? That's a criminal record. You know? I don't know. People are messed up today. It's not like they're stealing a loaf of bread. You shouldn't steal anyways. Or you're stealing... It's not like you're stealing a loaf of bread or a rotisserie chicken or something you can eat because you're hungry. They're stealing Milwaukee power tools. They're stealing gear wrenches. They're stealing, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Chainsaws. Stuff like that. Let's see. I know in the local Walmart, the liquor bottles were out and opened, put in glass. They were getting jacked. Yeah, I believe you, Antonio. I believe you. I believe that they were. But they said that Home Depot, you better believe this, Antonio. I heard it on the news. Antonio. They said Home Depot had more theft than Walmart. In 1 year's time, Home Depot had more theft than Walmart. I couldn't believe it. I said, no way. I know there's a lot of Walmart stores throughout the United States. And I know there's a lot of Home Depots. But how could it be more? I was like, that's a hard one to believe. But it was right on the news. The CEO of Home Depot was on there talking, said that they had to put up these padlocks, not in every store, but a lot of their stores they had to, like around Atlanta, Georgia, Jacksonville, Florida, Detroit, Michigan. They had to put up these, they're like steel, they're made of steel, and they got wire mesh. It's all wire mesh with big padlocks. So if you want that item, you have to have a guy come unlock it for you, put it in your car, and then they watch you go to the register. They still ain't allowed, even if you walked out there, you're not allowed to touch you. Yeah. So I don't know, it's all messed up. But for the regular person that don't steal, they have to pay more for that product. That's how it works. Because Home Depot is paying more for insurance right now. Their insurance is sky high. So they have to do something. I couldn't believe it. There's videos on YouTube. Go on YouTube after this live stream is over. Type in shoplifters from Home Depot. There's a lot of them out there that just walk out the front door. They load their cart up full of stuff, and they just walk out the front door of Home Depot. The rich people pay, but the poor person, like if I want to go in and buy a Milwaukee power tool, I'm going to pay more. You know, if I get it, or a gear wrench ratchet or something. You know, or try to get it off Amazon cheaper. You know, I like Home Depot. Home Depot is a great store. I like Lowe's. Lowe's is a great store. If you ask me which one is better, I couldn't give you a straight answer. Because I like Lowe's too. And I do like Home Depot. But I don't like these people stealing all that stuff from them. You know, because then it raises the price of everything. And you might not think $6 or $7 more is that much, but it's $1's a dollar, you know. You know what? I'll tell you, I couldn't believe it. And you still in here, Antonio? I went to Walmart the other day in Springfield, and I went to the deli section. It was around 6 o'clock at night. It was right around 6 o'clock at night. And I haven't seen this in a very long time. I mean a very long time. The other day I went to Walmart, Springfield, Massachusetts. Went to the deli section. They had the rotisserie chickens. The Walmart rotisserie chickens in the bag, marked down to $3.55. I could not believe it. $3.55, hot and ready to eat. Rotisserie chicken. They had about 5 of them out there. All marked off. $3 and you pay $3.55. I bought 2 of them. I wrapped the other one up, put it away. But I bought 2 of them. Now they're like $6.97 a piece. And if you go to Stop and Shop and buy one, they're $7.98. I can remember all the time. This is back along 2011, 2012. Those rotisserie chickens were $3.98. Regular price. Hot and ready to eat. year 2011. They were $3.98. They're $6.97 now. And they marked them off to $3.55. When I saw that $3.55, I bought 2 of them. They were good too. I ate one of them. I was hungry the other day. I ate one of them. The other one I saved it, so I can heat it back up in the microwave. I couldn't believe it. You know, you never see those prices much anymore. Down in Georgia and Arkansas, they do mark stuff off. Like Arkansas Walmarts, Louisiana Walmarts, they will put a lot of yellow tags. They're a little yellow tag, and they mark stuff off. You don't see that much in the Northeast. You go to the Northeastern United States, you don't see that too much. When I saw that, I said, man, bam, I'm on it. And you know what I said, C-Hater? I said, bam! I said, I'm on it. I said, I can practically buy 2 rotisserie chickens hot and ready to eat for the price of 1. Regular price. Practically. Because they're $6.97 the regular price, and he marked them to $3.55. So it's a little over $7. But I got 2 of them. So I said, you know what? I'll eat 1 because I'm hungry. Then I'll have my salad. And then I'll save the other one. Because I might come back here tomorrow night and it might not be there for a week or 2. You don't see those prices like that. I was like, man, score! Score! You know, let's see. Thanks for the stream codes, brother. Thanks for coming in, C-Hater. Glad to see you. I know it's getting late, but I said score. I couldn't believe it. Because they never mark stuff off, really, you know, around Massachusetts or Connecticut in the stores like that. Or they mark it off a little bit. It might be $1 or something. Not over $3. I was like, cool. Yeah, thanks for coming in, C-Hater. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, chicken's the best. I mean, hot and ready, too. It wasn't cold. Now, if you're thinking they took those rotisserie chickens and put them over in the cold section and they were cold. No, they were hot. They were still out there on the thing where it keeps them hot in the bag. Because they put all the rotisserie chickens now in a bag. I don't really like that. They used to have them in a plastic container. I like that better. But now they keep the rotisserie chickens hot and ready in a bag. But they were still out there on that little thing that keeps them hot. So I got a hot rotisserie chicken for $3.55. And I got an extra one that I can warm up in the microwave. I wrapped that up, put that away. Chicken is the best. Woo, you know it. Walmart chicken. Woo, you know when you're hungry. When you're hungry, Antonio, there ain't nothing like a hot rotisserie chicken with some blue gloves on in your camper van in a Walmart parking lot, chowing down on some chicken, and then making yourself up a big salad that contains lettuce, green peppers, mushrooms, tomatoes. What else? A few other things. I guess I can't think of everything. Some of that. I had a big salad afterwards with my ranch light dressing. Let's see. Rotisserie chicken is good. Yeah, that's right. But this was still hot and ready to eat. Man, it was great. I couldn't believe it. VMAC, thanks for coming in. Welcome to the stream. Woo! We got VMAC in here. Woo! Thanks for coming in, brother. Good morning, Coach. You're full of energy for this time of day. I'm full. You know, I'm drinking the best water. I'm drinking the best water, VMAC. Right out of the state of Maine. The great state of Maine. I tell you, some great water up there in Maine. You know there's something in the water up there, huh, VMAC? Since 1845, VMAC, the great state of Maine. Why drink the water? Huh? Let's see here. Cataract Killers, which is Boris. Thanks for coming in. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well out there. Let's see here. VMAX says, brother. Views. Oh, okay. I thought you were a guy. I didn't know if you were a guy or a girl. I didn't know if you were a guy or a girl. Well, thanks for coming in, VMAC. I appreciate you coming in. Let's see, and Boris too, yeah. Let's see, better water if you go up one step farther to Nova Scotia. Yeah, it might be. Nova Scotia might be. But Maine's got some nice pure water streams. Maine's a big state. But Nova Scotia's good too. Yep. So I've basically been drinking water, bottled water, a little bit of milk sometimes, not that much, but mostly just water. Can't drink the carrot juice anymore. They told me not to. I was drinking. What happened was I started drinking too much carrot juice. If I drank just a little bit each day, I've been all right. If I drank a 4-ounce glass of carrot juice every day, I've been all right. But I was drinking a quart and a half a day. So I had to stop. The doctor told me to stop drinking it. And you know, VMAC, I'm going to listen to the doctor. When he says to me, lay off all that carrot juice. Don't drink any more carrot juice. I said, okay. We'll have to put Maine water in its place. Maine water in its place. Let's see. VMAX says, it is a live in Nova Scotia. Better water. Let's see here. Commercial juice are full of additives. Better to drink water and eat more vegetables. Yeah, I know. I thought a little bit of carrot juice would have been all right, but not a lot. Because carrot juice, too much of it's not good for you. I haven't drank any carrot juice since. It's been months. No carrot juice. So it's not good for you actually. I thought it would be, but it's not. So anyways, it always leads back to the water. That's what it leads back to. I never drink milk no more. I hardly ever need it. Maybe I'll drink a quart in a month's time. It's so little I can hardly say I drink it. Maybe a quart of 1% milk in a month's time. In a month's time. Maybe. Something like that. But I'm not crazy about milk. I do drink sometimes, once in a great while, a little bit of apple juice. You know. But, I don't know. It's hard to... Everything you drink, they say, is not good for you. So, what are you going to drink? Nothing? You drink water so much, but, you know. You can only drink so much water, too, you know. Water's good. I like water, but, I mean, I don't know. It's a 6:30 a.m. Is it? Oh, wherever you are, it must be. Let's see here. It's 6:30 a.m. here, so I'm off to the pool to swim a couple of Ks. Have a great day. Thanks for coming in, VMAC. Appreciate you coming in. But yeah. You don't even drink so much water. You drink water, but, you know. I don't know. I'm in Nova Scotia, laughing out loud. Okay. Yeah. You're an hour ahead of me. Because I went and looked at my phone. I says, no way it's 6:30 yet. It's only 5:33 here. So you're an hour ahead of me. Cataract Killer says, I'm making coffee, laughing out loud. You know what? Coffee's great. A lot of people drink coffee. People will tell you Tim Hortons. People will tell you Dunkin' Donuts. Some people will tell you Maxwell House. They'll tell you anything. But I don't know. I just don't drink coffee, but there's a lot of people that drink coffee, and they got their own brand they like. You know, but I don't know. I just never got into that one. I got into the energy drinks. I'm glad I got out of that one. It's hard to get out of that one. I got out of that one. And but coffee, I bet coffee is one of the most, maybe one of the most drinks that people drink throughout the United States. It could be. Antonio says, do you get free parking lot Wi-Fi? Yes. Free Wi-Fi from the parking lot. Yep. Wally World's great, Antonio. Woo! Wally World's great. But usually Walmart's one of the best. Sometimes Planet Fitness too. Planet Fitness sometimes has some pretty good Wi-Fi. You know. But yeah. But anyways, we've had a nice chat tonight. But I think the 9000 series is... What am I going to do now? Can I go back to bed or can I go for a bike ride? It's not raining now. I might go for a bike ride. So I'm probably going to get out of here, I guess. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it was late when I started. But I said, you know what? I can't sleep. So I can go live for a couple hours or less. So I figured I'd just come on and just shoot the breeze. See what everybody's up to. I stopped smoking weed. It got boring and a waste of time. I started at 13. I stopped at... Oh, good. You got away from it. Yeah, I got away from energy drinks, so glad. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to stop too. Sometimes people can't stop. It's like smoking cigarettes. Some people never stop. Some people can, some can't. So, but anyways, the 9000 series is probably got to go do something like a bike ride because it ain't raining. It's daylight, starting to get daylight out there. So, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I thank y'all for coming in, and we had a good chat. We had a great chat. But I appreciate you guys. But it's time to leave. It's time to leave. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day, night, wherever you are. And I'll talk to you all later. And don't forget to hit the like button. The likes are very much appreciated. Smash that like button. Woo-hoo. All right. Peace out.